Hello, my children. I have a raichu list for you. It's pretty good. And it will be the one featured in the video that I post where I do Seismitoad Garbodor versus Raichu bats. So, this is that list. Pokemon! 3 Pikachu. This is weird, actually. This is probably the weirdest part of the deck. 3 Pikachu. Why not run 4? Because I have Sacred Ash and I can just put them back. That's why. Kind of hurts against Toad, though. So, maybe you want the 4th if you're scared about Toad. But I do have hawlucha, which kind of hurts Toad pretty bad, so... And I think Toad is, I don't know, kind of 50-50 matchup. Might want to put the 4th Raichu in. 3 Pikachu, just so you can get it down as fast as possible. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Only 2 Crobat. You can Sacred Ash them back. I also have Super Scoop Ups in this deck, so you can just pick them back up and, play them back down. I think 4-3-2 is going to make it so you don't have to, unnecessarily discard Stage 1 and Stage 2 bats when you, have them in your hand and you can't put them down. So this is just more to make it so you don't have to discard the bats as often. But when you do, you can still Sacred Ash them back. And like I said, there's 2 Super Scoop Ups in the deck and a Scoop Up Cyclone to, pick up the bats and put them back down if you don't feel like there's enough in the deck. 2 hawlucha. This is just, a good attacker for 1 energy. Hawlucha just does a lot of damage for 1 energy, and this deck was kind of lacking a 1 energy attacker. So hawlucha is good for that. It can hit Aegislash because it uses not special energy. So this is kind of the deck's way of dealing with Aegislash, and you can just use Flying Press and use bats to knock it out. So, and then 1 Miltank. This is because it's just another 1 energy attacker that hits for a lot of damage, and if you have Crobat out, it's pretty darn good. It also can hit non-EXs. So hawlucha's problem is it can't hit non-EXs because of its ability, or no, its attack's effect, but Miltank can. And then the last part is 3 Shaymin EX. That's a Jirachi, I know, but it's a Shaymin EX. 3 is good because this deck needs to put down a lot of Pokemon and draw a lot of cards really fast, so that's why we have so many. Might even want to go up to 4, honestly. It's super strong. Okay, and then for the stadiums, pretty obvious. Just 4 Skyfield. This is just the perfect number. Don't argue with me, it is. It's just, yeah, that's what you do in this deck. Fire Sycamore. Missing 1 holo. Cry. 3 colors. 3. Neh. Neh. 2 Lysander. 1 AZ. And 3 Seeker. Okay, 4 Sycamore, because this list originally had 3 Sycamore, but I added 1 more in just because late games you can dead draw after an end to 2 or something like that. You don't really have any late game draw strategies, so you kind of need a lot of supporters, I feel like. So I put in the 4th Sycamore because I felt like it was important for late game. 3 Chorus because this deck fills its bench super fast, and Chorus is crazy good with Skyfield. You can Chorus for 16 sometimes. 3 N because 4 is just not needed, and N is just still a strong setup card, so 3 is a good count. 3 Seeker to get back anything. It's pretty standard in most decks. Some people like 4 in every deck, but I think 3 is enough, especially because Toad can be a problem for this deck. 2 Lysander because that's all you really need. 2 seems to be good, especially if you get your Secret back. 1 AZ to pick up your bats or your Shaymin or anything you please. Just a strong effect supporter in certain matchups, especially against Toad. So that's it for the supporters. This is just a really consistency-based build. Well, honestly, all builds should be consistency-based because that's how to make a good deck, is make it consistent. Pretty thin on the items. Just 4 Ultra Ball for getting whatever you want. I even thought about putting in a repeat ball. Honestly, a repeat ball would be pretty nice. You could even cut the scoop ups for another Crobat and a repeat ball, or maybe another fighting energy, or repeat ball. Just some more item based drawing Pokemon would be nice in this deck because there's so many of them. But Shaymin helps with just drawing lots of cards so you can get them out. But Yeah, I would like a repeat ball or something like that. 2 super scoop up just to pick up your bats or your shaman so you can keep drawing cards or keep doing lots of damage to make one-shots with Raichu. Sacred Ash to get back any of your Pokemon that you discarded, and you're probably going to discard Pokemon because you're on 4 Sycamore and like 20 Pokemon or something like that. Scuba Cyclone is awesome because you can pick up Shamans and Crobats, pretty much the same reasons. Super Scoop Up's good. 3 Muscle Band just for extra damage on anything you want to attack with. Pretty standard here. Might want to cut one of these for a... Probably don't want to cut one of these for a Bengal, actually. I think that's... I don't really think you need that extra 10 damage, and you can't really use it against anything else besides EXs, which is a pain. The energy count is just 4-3. I'd like to have 4-4. Might want to cut something for a 4th here. But yeah, you run any less energy than this, and you are not going to have a good time. That's all, folks. That is it for this video. Stay tuned for the Raichu Bats vs. Toad Garb matchup. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to do it with somebody else. I might end up just doing me playing both sides and explaining the matchup out, like what exactly to do so that you can play it pretty much as well as you can. I feel like I can play both sides of that matchup very well, so I could kind of give you guys explanations for each of the moves. It might even be a better way to do it, but if I can have my friend Michael over, we will play a matchup that way, and you guys can see the results for that. Because if I do it just by myself, it is more time consuming, so you know, you might not actually just have the time to watch me explain everything out like that. So anyway, comment if you want to tell me which way you prefer, like if you prefer me to just play solo and explain everything, or if you want me to play against somebody else. Like if you liked the video, and subscribe for more.